exactly what we needed.
I didn't think that by talking about it, I could wish it into existence, but somehow, Atlas,
We've done it. We made it to the Majin Buu saga of LCK 2022 Spring. I am absolutely loving it. I really do hope he goes the pink skin, because it is my personal favorite for the Zac. And now, Carrier gets unlocked. We could see him blobbing his way forward as Flubber, finding any lane he would like.
Oh, Zac support. I can't wait. It is a... I don't know how many of this is, because Carrier is been known, I think, more so than any other support in the LCK, barring perhaps crazy, mad genius Lahans.
Yep.
For trying to diversify. There's been the rumors of his Echo support as well, but that has never actually seen.
That's been for like
light,
6 months or something.
Yeah, of competitive play. And in quite a good position here, providing potential that are really, really hard to deal with. But generally, that's in the jungle. However, if you are playing Samira and you have a support that can engage and has free skills that CC, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's like he's playing Renata, but you have Elastic Slingshot, which sounds so much more fun because, you know, you called Stretch Armstrong. I've just only ever called it Stretch Armstrong, and I can't remember what it's actually called.
What comparison is that? What do you mean it's like Renata? They could not be more different.
You bonk him on the head.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing that's...
Yeah, I just mean the handshake. Just that one ability.
But you said it's like playing Renata, but...
Yeah. It's like having a Renata's Q, but being a blob.
I guess that's technically true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well...
You gotta stay with me here.
I mean, I don't know if I have to.
Twitch chat knows. They definitely know.
Hey, look at the skin.
There we go, Majin Buu. We did it. We made it to the Majin Buu saga. I can't believe it. We got all the way through Frieza. And I guess it's now basically autumn, so that would make sense.
Atlas, I have to admit...
Where did we fit Cell in?
I've never really been a Dragon Ball Z fan. Never
that is
really,
so strange, because you are a bit of an
really
anime aficionado.
I am a big anime aficionado. I just never got into Dragon Ball.
Huh. Yeah. I didn't really get into much else other than Dragon Ball and Pokemon. Maybe that was just because it was on morning TV.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common for people to not necessarily be into anime, but just be specifically into good old Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at some of this laning phase before we do go completely off the rails with this broadcast. It is something that we're likely to do, bit of a forewarning, as Fake is just going to run forward, looks for that Electrocute proc and does get it. See how feisty is going to do. 5-1 on the Ari so far. Looking to make that 6 here this time around. Gumiushi on for the second time. As, yeah, Carrier not going to find the Stretch Armstrong. Going just mini form Majin Buu. As we know, Majin Buu actually gets more powerful as he gets smaller. Or at least that's what I learned whilst watching the show. And this is the LCK debut of Zac support.
Not a surprise. Yeah. not really, naturally. And of course, especially with Glacial Augment, the Zac going to provide both as Carrier
and a Dredgeline target, as he's going to attach his arm to the Nautilus, but otherwise not too many other targets to lock down.
Alrighty. As I was going to say, obviously with the Zac support,
stretching strike.
It is stretching strike. Yeah,
there we go.
But it's going to take a little bit of time before this pick really reaches its full potential. Ideally, when you're playing the jungle Zac, level 5 is kind of a break point where you get enough points that you eat it, becomes a really reliable form of engage. Now, gonna see what Carrier is going to opt into here in terms of maxing. Because of course there are a lot of other options when it comes to the Zac support. Very interested to see where he's going to take this pick. Also, he's gone for the Ignite, so clearly going to be looking for all-ins, especially post-6 with Guma, provided they can actually find Gamin and that backline access.
Yeah. Talking about this top lane as we do have a look at it, thanks to Jonas Strong there, as there's going to put a chicken above Cerbero's head, and there is the Ghost as well, looking for an opportunity. Spinning Slash going to be back up again. Cerbero's just going to get solo kills. Zeus returns the favor here in game 2.
Very unfortunate scenario. Cerberus can't help but giggle. Yeah, what you're going to do, that is extremely, extremely damaging towards the overall matchup, right? We have seen Graves be better and better at managing that matchup early on, being able to get to Hullbreaker and then kind of reach parity.
Yeah, this is that was exactly what I was about to talk about, though, was the fact that we've seen Tryndamere picked into Graves so many times. It was actually in one of the debut Tryndamere top games where Dove decided to just pick it into Graves over and over as another dredge line is going to connect. But not too much of a follow-up here, as T1 are just going to push this wave out and look to unlock this Zac from the lane.
Yeah, cool thing, of course, when it comes to Zac and passive is that as his health gets lower, he is able to get more value out of his blobs. As it's
Yes, this is the story of walking, 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 spinning, hitting, walking. Yeah, got him. Yep, translate.
He did.
Indeed. That ward, not quite Scarra level. Of course, that is not the Scarra position. Very similar, though. Also, not going to be actually found, unfortunately, there. Yes, we didn't really want to call it out, but Jonah Strong spent a long time sort of hovering over the fact that that ward didn't work.
Oh, yeah,
so I guess we do kind of have to... Sort of like when Jonah Strong does his little zoom-ins, as I've seen this before. This time, there is no ghost, and so it might be kiteable, but we shall see. He's going to have to flash.
Yeah, Zeus should fix that.
He didn't do the flash last time, but of course, Zeus has his flash available, so would have been able to follow and get the kill last time around anyway, so pretty smart that Sobro didn't go for it.
Yeah, the key change in that matchup, as I mentioned previously, was the Gold Drinker. It being a staple in terms of build. Really helped as owner.
Yeah, okay, going in there. Carrier, can he actually find the arms? And he's not going to be able to. Owner does move down towards the bottom side. And FREDIT BRION know exactly what's going on. Garmin, though, 300 health on this Jinx, and they want to tidy up this minion wave before the horse inevitably gets in here. It's the Christopher Walken skin as well from Sleepy Hollow. It's very scary, as they are going to be able to tidy up the wave for now.
As it looks now, Carrier indeed going for the Elastic Slingshot. So obviously much more reliable in terms of engage. And overall, if Gumayushi can get an opening, he's going to feel incredibly confident. Expecting Gamin and Loopy to respect here. You got to know that walking up there, something you just can't do. Loopy's going to be on the forefront.
Yeah, okay. Carrier connects some arms here as he does get the pullback. Good flash out from Loopy, does make sure he stays alive, but not having flash there on the bottom side, it's going to be dangerous. Also didn't take Hex Flash, what? Yeah, that's dangerous. His owner's going to come up. Great charm lands from Faker. Feisty's going to have to flash immediately. Orb of Deception lands just on the edge, and owner's going to be able to pick it up, doing his best helicopter impression, and the horse is online. Unfortunate
there for Loopy. If he can find the right buffer, he can pull himself towards the wall immediately after the Stretching Strikes. Does it a little bit too early, meaning that Carrier pulls him out of his hook. And yeah, that's not what you want ideally.
Yeah, this matchup has gone from bad to worse quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm really hoping he gets Hullbreaker soon, and then it will get marginally better.
Yeah, marginally better. I get it. I see what you did there because of the Zac skin. It was very funny. Okay, FREDIT BRION towards this bottom side, trying to hold on to the minion wave. And they do have, you know, they're keeping up in farm within single digits, at least at this point in time. Single soon. As let's have a look at this replay. Save me from counting CS numbers.
Not a lot to say. Once the charm hits, it is really easy lining up for Owner with the devastating charge. Feisty unable to zone him off of him, but especially with Owner hitting 6 during that gank as well, would have 100% gotten the kill. Of course, into some of the more kite back and longer range characters that we have for FREDIT BRION. Owner now gone back to the phase rush.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Gamin is ever going to walk up at any point.
No, you definitely don't want to.
Ever.
Yeah. I want to go back a little bit as well, just talk about the fact that we do have the FREDIT BRION Challenger team playing instead of the main roster, they were all tested positive for COVID-19, unfortunately. That's including a lot of the coaching staff as well. Very unfortunate. Zone is going to come through, steal away a blue buff, and deliver it to Faker. This guy's going for a double pog, I think. As Faker with the Spirit Rush, looking to try and get in here. Orbit Deception does not connect, though. As Carrier is just coming over to help tidy up this minion wave. As very close there with the last charge of the Spirit Rush. Faker's just going to clear up this wave and move on. But I was just going to talk about it because a lot of people have been saying things like, oh, you should be going online and things like this. And while that would be cool as an option, I don't think it's ever okay to make players play when they're feeling sick. I mean, I think like the main thing is making sure that everyone's healthy. So honestly, I think this is just awful. Like the whole situation is just awful. And there's no good way of solving the problem.
No, it's unfortunate for T1. It's unfortunate for FREDIT BRION, for both the organization and also for the players that have to face an opponent that not even LCK teams are ready for, let alone a team that was formed this split to participate in challenges, right? But fortunately, we have actually, I do think that, you know, within the context of the game, we don't really have the opportunity to go into as in-depth. But we have recorded a Poxade episode that actually talks about a lot of this and about a lot of the issues that arise with possibly going online and whatnot. As honestly, I'd rather not want to talk about this because there's there's double prio. He clears the board. They invade him.
Zeus has an R button. Sobero is going to do his best to get out of here, and it's not going to work. Spinning Slash is an ability, and that means that is the second solo kill here for Zeus towards the top side. FREDIT BRION trying to tidy up vision on the bottom side, but honestly, it's feeling more over than last time, even though I think
the gold is better.
Yeah, the gold is kind of better.
Well, yeah, not entirely, but marginally better.
Yeah, somewhat sort of a little bit more of a positive situation. I say as apprehensively as possible as Carrier. Stretch Armstrong just having a good time here on the Zac. They're just going to walk up, clear out vision in front of 3 people. It's sort of the state of the game right now. T1 feels like each of their champions worth just a little bit more with the amount of aheadness they have managed to get to. I'm inventing words now as well.
Have you not been doing that for a long time?
Yeah, most of my career. However, I do try to not do it as much these days. I am reverting back to some old habits, I think.
Why did you seize the habit of making up your own words?
Because then it'd be like I'd be building a language that only I speak, and I speak to people for a living. And so I think it's sort of counterintuitive.
Somewhat suboptimal.
Yeah. Might be possibly one of the worst decisions I could make. As Carrier is going to dive forward. Loopy is just going to walk this one out, though, and Carrier takes a whole bunch of his health bar in damage. He is Zac, so he's able to regen a fair bit of that. As Ona moves around, and they're just going to look for this dive. In he goes with the ultimate. Immediately the flash comes out from Garmin, but Gumayusi's going to follow through, picks up that kill comfortably. Carrier's walking around in circles, having a great time, but the rest of FREDIT BRION do make their way down here. Can the stretching strike actually work is the question, as Carrier's bouncing around. They manage to grab the kill onto the Samira, but otherwise, not too much more. Zeus finds another solo kill in the meantime, and the blobs will be tidied up. Ona over here. Faker is doing his best to just push out this minion wave, and Ona is going to transition this into some plates for his mid laner.
You gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. T1 see the scrambled mess on the bot side, like, well, we can turn this around. We can make something nice out of this.
Yeah.
Throw together in a ball, and actually able to get a gold lead out of it by the end of it.
I very much like the cooking analogy. That was fantastic.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm at home when it comes to cooking analogies.
Indeed.
It's actually something that I think is a valuable skill to many elite player who culinarily might not be where they want to be. As with this elastic slingshot getting stopped by the chompers, a lot of the lockdown that actually is necessary to guarantee the immediate kill means that T1 is in a much worse position here than they would otherwise be. And this 2-for-1 trade in of itself is like, okay, nice, good FREDIT BRION, but the passive takes such a long time to actually take down. Of course, this is pre-14 minutes, so Faker can't teleport. I don't know why we're gonna watch this again, because okay, Zeus, we get it. You know, you got solo boloed by Sobero in game number 1. No need to make it personal.
I don't think Zeus called for the replay.
I'm joking. I mean the kills, not the replay.
Right,
Atmos.
okay. I got a bit confused there.
No, I get it.
Ona's spinning around, Feisty looking for a way in, deciding on his target here by the looks of things. Doesn't have his ulti though, so can't close the gap. And T1 are just sort of walking around, Faker with his ultimate. Just has one more charge, gonna use that to get back towards the mid lane. And T1 will allow FREDIT BRION to have their jungle for now.
Got a red buff. They give up the blue buff, and overall the maps there. Oh no.
Okay, well, yeah, Ona's really, really frightening. Carrier is as well, but he doesn't quite land the stretching strike. Let's Bounce is going to be enough, though, as Gumayusi actually is just whirling death here on the bottom side of the map. That's Draven's ultimate, so Draven's here in spirit. As Cerbero's going to move down, but that's an Inferno trigger and a very dead Graves. Oh dear, Faker now going to teleport towards that ward, moves down, wants to try and grab Feisty here, but Feisty's going to make him a little bit afraid. And Zeus is taking a turret on the top side of the map. Why, Jonas Strong? Why are we here? Oh dear. That was an unintentional rhyme.
My only
going
explanation
wrong.
is that Jonas Strong has played against Graves too many times, and he's like, I'm done with this. When there is a Graves, and he's getting pummeled, and his turrets are getting taken, I'm gonna show it.
Well, there's a 4.3k gold lead in the top.
No, Mr. Why?
Like, I thought this was my jungle! And, you know, at least he's not gonna die.
He lives.
He does indeed.
Against the 4 levels higher Trindam. Oh, I mean, no. No. Okay, he's safe. The minion wave protects him.
Yeah, he's
Thank you, minion wave.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, look at. Oh no.
No.
Well, Cervero is getting bullied. I think, you know, better use your time might have been taking a cannon minion. 0-5-0 Graves right now. Just let him farm. Oh dear.
It's the price he had to pay, and you'd think that walking to your turret would be a relatively safe endeavor, but it is not, because T1 is ahead. And I think to T1's credit, they have been nothing but business-like about this whole transaction, as we pointed out.
And I mean, it's actually a really uncomfortable position for T1 to be in as well.
It is, yeah, because this is what you got to do.
Like
you just got to kill them as fast and as efficiently as possible. I think they did it in game number 1. They're clearly doing it in this game as well.
Yep. And Zeus, he has his ultimate. I don't even know whether he'll need to use it. There are 3 people, so he might use his ult. There we go. So they get his ult. That is definitely good. And in fact, they grab the kill. After he only secures one of them. Gumayusi fighting in between turrets here as Carrier is going to turn up. The Inferno trigger will lock down the solo kill for the Samira onto the Graves.
So, as we were saying, uncomfortable position, but this is what's got to be done. Try to end the game as quick as possible.
Absolutely, and you have to make sure that you keep it all business, right? It's like if you're doing any funny, like it's a very difficult situation to navigate for T1, and I think that they're doing the best that they absolutely can.
I really want to reiterate your original sentiment. Like this is a really unfortunate scenario for everyone involved.
It is.
And really, even I'd want to look for upside, but that just isn't.
So did Loopy.
Look at what's happening.
Ona dives into the back line. That's a double kill for the Samira. Even one picked up for the Zac. That's what you want to see. That's a triple. And now it could be Penta denied by the Zac as well, which would be even better. The flash forward. Feisty wants to grab the kill and does pick it up. All right, bit of excitement there as Gumayusi will grab the ace. Unofficial quadra kill, and unofficial kill steal on the Penta from Carrier's Zac.
And now, base in shambles. Go back, spend your money, come back, and on the next subsequent push, probably the end of the game here for T1. And yeah, I'd really like to refer everyone again back to the POC state, because we had a lot more time to really explain what the difficulties were with some of the alternative plans that you might want to be looking for. At this point, LCK, of course, also has to stick with the policy that has been made thus far. But it's unfortunate for T1. It's unfortunate for FREDIT BRION Challengers, a team that has come quite far in the context of Challengers, which I love very dearly, but it's not quite up to the standards of the LCK.
There's certainly some definite amazing talent coming from Challengers.
Oh,
of course.
plenty.
Look just to KT and Humble Life for their mid laners. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But all 5 Challenger players all together at the same time and not called up when they needed and things like that, and when they're ready, and also when they're prepared for, you know, life on the LoL Park stage. That's, I mean, it comes down to so many different factors, but T1 all class in this situation, now just trying to end this game as quickly as they can. And you might look at the Zac support and you're like, this is silly, but Harry has been doing this on purpose, right?
Yeah,
this is not just having a good time.
No, this is a legit pick.
And this is a Samira bottom lane choice, right? As Carrier is going to show its worth right now. Does find the stretching strike as Sobro is going to get knocked up by the Let's Bounce. That's not where Feisty wanted to go, as I'll give that an S, Gumushi. Fantastic stuff, grabs himself the double kill, augmented by the double of the Tryndamere as well. And Loopy is the only one alive. He's somewhere in a base gate, but these Nexus turrets are not going to last very long. As Carrier, just let him hang out on his fountain. As T1 are just going to park themselves here for a moment before they do eventually deal with this Nexus. As Luke's just having some fun where he can, and that is just going to be the ace secured, and T1 will throw out their flashes and take themselves an Nexus.
You can see the giggles as well from Loopy as it's like, I'm going to get him, guys, don't worry. I'll hook him into the fountain. And it's a game that is unfortunate. The circumstances, unfortunately, not allowing any actual fight against FREDIT BRION, a team that in the past has made miracles work.
They have, but this now also confirms that T1 are officially in first place